And welcome back to another episode of Trapdoor to Hell. Back again for another reboot, whatever you want to call this fucking thing. We're back doing the damn thing again. It's me, your host Travis Gunnarsson, as always. Joined today with my good friend Hardy. Hardy's been on the podcast a lot. Um, Probably curious as to what is really going on right now because it's been what? Do you remember when the last time I put out a podcast was?
Oh, no, I don't. I
Yeah,
fucking don't remember.
absolutely. It was
A year?
probably October,
Yeah, okay.
at least, I would say.
Damn.
Something like that. So something really awesome happened, which is great news. But also at a really bad time. So we took a break for a while. As you guys know, I was doing a lot of podcasts with Hardy, different people all the time. Um, and then doing stuff by myself and things like that. And I got to a point where I was not really looking forward to a weekly basis of sitting down and talking into a microphone. Um, One, very busy in personal life. Obviously, I've talked about that before, but it became more of a chore than it became fun and enjoyable and what I like about podcasting. So I said I'm going to take a week off, and then a week turned into 2 weeks, and then 2 weeks turned into a month, and then pretty soon it's the beginning of the new year, and I'm just kind of not really, I don't really have any creative juices to go anymore. Didn't really have the want to try and figure it out at all. And about 3 weeks ago, I actually went through and I deleted the my Twitter for the page. I deleted the Facebook for the page. I deleted almost all the audio files I had saved on my laptop. I had all my logos. I just deleted everything. I was done. I was pretty done. And then uh on on the Yak, Barstool Sports, the Yak, they were doing a funny bit that there were no funny Travises. And I was just fucking around, really, and Cheese from Curveballs and Chair Shots and other shows as well. Shout out him. I was like, "Hey Cheese, you don't have a real job. Why don't you fucking cut some of my best clips together and put it into the Yak for this funniest Travis bit they have going on?" Just thinking like, "Hey, I didn't think anybody was going to do it." Well, he did. He went to the YouTube, which is still up, obviously. And if you're watching this, um, he went there and he grabbed one of my clips that I had already clipped together, from a solo podcast and sent it in. And then they laughed. I mean, right then and there. And it was a real funny thing because he didn't tell me that he did it. He didn't say anything. I'm just, I get home from work. I'm watching the Yak. I've got it on and I go into the backyard and I'm picking up my dog shit and I hear my name over the fucking YouTube sound. And, and then from there it kind of went on, but, yeah, it was good personally just to to it was really reaffirming for that first one, and this isn't even continuing the rest of the story really. It was reaffirming because I didn't even think it was that funny of a clip, and maybe it's just me personally, but them laughing at the concept and laughing and finding funny in it immediately kind of brought me back to why I do this in the first place, and that's I try and make people laugh, so it was real good. Hardy, at what point did you get into this experience, that the
Yeah.
show and all
Well,
that
well,
stuff?
first of all, can I call you Barstool Travis from now on? I'm just joking. So, fucking the day that you said you were going to be on the fucking show,
Yeah.
that's when I first heard about it. And if that's not a fucking sign from anywhere, to keep this podcast going. I don't know what the fuck is.
Yeah. So we go on. They watch the clip. They select a bunch of different Travises, and they end up with more than they thought. It was a joke the whole time. Like, Travises aren't funny, which I think is funny too. I don't. Sometimes depends what kind of joke I'm doing. Sometimes I act like I'm the funniest person in the world. Sometimes I downplay myself. It depends what kind of bit I'm doing, but I thought it was real funny what they had going on. So they said, that was 3 Fridays ago. They did the first section, and then when they came in and watched that stuff on like Monday, and they said, go home, or they said, if you're one of the Travises that we selected today that you put in a good first video, send in another video and we'll review you. And if we basically pass you on to the next level, you'll get to come on Zoom on Friday's show. And so I came home, and after hearing that, like, I had 2 days. I had 2 days to make a video, and I knew, knowing me, I was gonna lose my fucking mind about it. So I immediately just started shooting little random videos around my house of what I thought might be funny. And then I sat back down on the laptop and cut together what I ended up sending in, which was, and it's a lot of like awkward humor and things like that, kind of just goofy cuts and shit. And that played. And then so Friday, me and I think four other people named Travis and one Tavis got
Yeah,
got to
guys.
yeah, fuck those guys. Got to come on Zoom and make an appearance on the Yak to be the funniest Travis. Now, I was eliminated by the wheel. But that was in itself super funny. So that's how we end up back here. So I like being on the show in some capacity and getting laughs 3 separate times, and like reaffirming and Big Cat saying on air, like, keep doing the podcast, man. Like, that was like,
Hey,
I got to come
complimented the
back.
shit out of you.
Huh?
Complimented the shit out of you constantly.
Yeah. They did, and it was really nice to hear. So it was cool. And if you guys want to watch that, you can go back to the Barstool Yak page. I think it's like February 17th or something, February 16th, and then February 21st or something about that. And then that Friday episode was like, let's see, I got a calendar here. I should probably just look at the dates. It was, so I think it was February 24th or 17th. One of those days. One of those days was a show. But yeah, it was a lot. It was fun. And now we're back. Hardy was one of the first ones to text me after it and been watching the show and being like, dude, you gotta come back now. Like, there's no other way around this.
100%. 100%.
What did you think about the whole experience?
I think it's amazing, man. I think especially because you're a fan, you're such a fanboy of that show and that Barstool in general, that it was really cool to see you and your element with the people that you admire a lot. That's fucking dope.
Yeah. Yeah. It was funny, and Hardy was one to go like, hey, look at these comments. Like, everybody loved you in the chat and shit.
Everybody fucking loved you. When you got booted off, everybody was saying that bring the Guzzler, Gunderson.
There was
Travis,
so many
Gunderson.
L's in the chat as soon as I was eliminated on the wheel, because when I was eliminated and I was kicked off of Zoom from the show, I went back to work. I still listened because I could not listen, but I put the YouTube in my in my pocket. I put the phone in my pocket, and I listened to the rest of it. So I didn't really check out the chat, or I wasn't in it. I just kind of was like, you know what, that was good, lived it. I wasn't gonna go back and watch it again until all that stuff. And I smoked like 4 cigarettes during that on live shit. And that's the funniest thing is I smoked those 4 cigarettes while I was on with them, and that was one of the things that they commented. They're like, fucking smoking Travis. But I had smoked 2 cigarettes right before the show started because I was so nervous. Like I was shaky. So like every time I reached for a cigarette was when I felt the nerves coming back. So I was just like, I gotta get these in. But I mean, I've been watching the Yak for what, 8 years now, ever since I was like 20. I listened to him on Sirius XM. It's just a crazy experience. One of those things, even when we were doing the show and it was just me and my brother, and we talked about like would be crazy to end up on that shit one day, and if we did, it just came at. I mean, maybe it's a sign, right? Maybe like I just went through and deleted everything, and it's like the world saying like, oh, he's really serious about stopping this. He should do it, and just throwing me a bone or something like that. At times I feel like I just, I'm sure you feel that way where there's at times where you just can't catch a break. Nothing's going right. Nothing feels right. So that felt really right, which was fun to have.
Yeah, for sure.
So
Hey, did
we're
they
going
end
to,
up making those fucking shirts with your picture on them?
yeah, my brother got one.
Oh shit.
My brother ordered one here. I'll show you guys here. My brother ordered one as soon as they went up on sale. Him and Cheese both ordered one. I think Cheese did. It was I mean, it's just I can't believe it. I was gonna have Tyler on to talk about it too today, but he's in the middle of moving, so hopefully next week he can find his stuff. Mount Rushmore or Travis. Right there in the
That's
top.
hilarious.
Yeah, one of the guys in the chat was like this. It was the same guy I noticed. He was like, he's like, fucking guy's got his fucking headlamp on. Fuck yeah, blue collar Trav. And then like towards the end, he's like, Travis has blown through 4 cigarettes already. Let's get him out of here, dude. He's got to get back to work. Shit like that. It was funny. It was real funny. I felt good
Dope.
about it. So how things are gonna go? I'm limiting what was one of the things. Shut up. Was one of the things that kind of turned me off was making things more difficult was the editing process for all this. So, and it's a detriment of my own thing, right? We went from audio, and when I made the jump to YouTube, I think partially on me, but I wanted to do everything to like a top-notch level, which I was when I was doing it. I was making graphics, cutting clips, editing together, cutting things, picture in picture, showing TikToks, doing all this really cool editing stuff and things like that to the best of my ability, but it was taking too much time. So I mean, I lost most of the graphics. Be quiet, fucking asshole. I lost most of the. Sorry if I just ear fucked everybody. I lost most of the graphics. I have some. I'm able to kind of work it, and I'm gonna edit them down. I'm gonna make it basic. I'm not gonna make too much work for me, so I can keep putting these things out and not feeling pressured. Is my goal. My goal on Monday is my only day, and it may be a cause of football season too, right? Because I feel the need to watch Monday Night Football and stuff like that. When it's not football season, like Mondays, I don't do anything. I don't have the girls here with me. I'm just alone. So I can record this every Monday. I just got to make my editing process down from a couple of days. Now I already deleted the Twitter and the Facebook page. But I'm just converting my Twitter account not to a full-fledged Trapdoor to Hell page. I've got it the Guzzler underscore TDTH, right? Trapdoor to Hell. But I'm gonna post the videos out there and the links to stuff and when everything's up. And if you subscribe and put notifications on for YouTube, then you don't have to worry about it because it'll notify you when I post a video. Or if you're listening on audio. Do the same for your Apple Podcast, Spotify, stuff like that. But that's the way we're going to get around this. And we're going to get through this. And we're going to try and I'm going to keep trying to push and push and push. And I want to make things as entertaining as possible and funny and lively. So we're going to keep trying. And what's funny was you had mentioned, Hardy, like, have I noticed a tick up in my listeners, right?
Oh shit! No, you did.
I didn't realize it. I was looking on YouTube for everything, but I went to my Anchor, which is the website I use that distributes my podcast everywhere, just the audio version. And and there's a huge spike where on February 19th, I got 56 listens in one day. And I gained like 36 followers on Spotify, or people following the podcast on Spotify. It was just different episodes. Like,
fuck yeah, man.
People saw the yak and then actually went. I kept looking at YouTube because it was the easiest thing. I didn't even think to look at the audio version of it. So apparently I have a fan base there, but fuck.
Yeah, I think most people don't fucking listen to podcasts on YouTube. I think you're kind of the rare one, but they usually listen to them like on the podcast app or Spotify or whatnot.
I forget that because I think of all the real good. Oh, there's another word blank. Like all the content, all the good content.
TikTok. Yeah.
Yeah, all the good content that's on YouTube and stuff like that, and having clips that may go viral on social media. And that's what I think about because that's what I intake. And I don't realize that a lot of people just listen. So my fault. Yeah, my bad on that. I guess I could have got started a couple weeks ago or whatever, but I really didn't. I really needed to get things going. So life's been real busy over here as well.
Yeah. So what's been going on with you? Because we haven't even really kicked it that much. What the fuck you been up to? And that's what I think people are really interested in. It's fucking you. You proved it when you're on the fucking show.
Yeah. So, fuck. Where do I start here? I'm back to coaching.
Shit.
I'm coaching a youth a girls softball t-ball team now.
Nice.
Which has been an experience all in itself. As Hardy knows, I've coached
doing double plays and shit with t-ball.
I will get into that a little bit because it's really funny. It's really funny. But Hardy knows that I've coached, and I've talked about it on here about all the different levels I coached. I coached from farm division, which is like 7 and 8-year-old boys, all the way up until 16-year-olds. 16-year-olds playing travel ball. So I've coached, but all boys. I've never really coached girls and stuff like that. And nothing below that level, nothing to T-ball extent. The one experience I had with T-ball before this was walking over to my little nephew Dominic's practice, and he was throwing a fit because he didn't want to get his bat out of his bag. So I yelled at him and he cried. So, so now I'm doing that age, but with little girls, which is.
And tell the people how far you've gone in fucking Little League with your little all-star team and everything.
Yeah. I mean,
you're not like some just regular coach. You're a good ass fucking coach.
Yeah. I've won tournaments. Not huge tournaments, coaching travel ball, and I had an all-star team. The first year I managed, I took an all-star team. Basically, in layman's terms, I was 2 steps away from Little League World Series Williamsport. I was pretty much right there. I had gotten that all-star team, the 12-year-old all-star team, further than it had in a decade at least. I know what I'm talking about for the most part. I'm not just some dad on the side of the field. So I've been getting these girls ready to play baseball, softball.
T-ball.
Yeah. No, I
can
was
only
just running.
imagine.
I was running practices. I was taking what I do is I take a simple action, right? So I take the I take the baseball swing and I go, let's break this down into a minute detail. And I go, all right, what do little ones have trouble with? And then it's like, they overwrap. So I set up a station where we're swinging, but all we're worried about is lining up our knuckles. And then I go, oh, all right, well, let's take fielding, right? What's one thing that they have trouble with fielding? And I watch the girls, and when they're fielding ground balls, right? This is the glove, this is the ground here. Their hand is like this. So the glove, it just rolls up and over. So I'm like, all right, well, we can do a drill where it's like a catcher's game and you work on keeping your glove parallel so it stops it. Stuff like that, which I don't even think it's a big deal because it's such a small drill. You just turn it into a game and it's super easy. And I ran practice for a few weeks. We got rained out a couple of times and stuff like that. And another T-ball team wanted to scrimmage last
Okay.
Thursday before, or sorry, not last Thursday, but the Thursday before we're supposed to have our opening day. And they're like, you practice on Thursdays too. Why don't you just come over and scrimmage us? And I'm like, and they're like, yeah, we can work out a couple of things. We're really just trying to get the kids to, when you hit the ball, you run to first. And when you field the ball, you throw it to first. And I'm like, yeah, sure. I'm working on those things too. Brother, I don't know what this other team was working on.
It's fucking T-ball.
I don't know what
Do the
this other
girls
team.
do the girls listen to you? 'Cause I know fucking
Absolutely.
boys are terrible. They're fucking running all their place, pissing their pants, eating dirt and shit.
I have issues. I have issues drawing on the ground and stuff like that. But it's
Boys though.
if you can stabilize your if you can regiment your practice and keep it fun, we're all good. So I had this other team, they would set the ball on the tee and it would take like 3 or 4 swings. The coach had to like set them up and make sure they're in position. And in the field, they got players walking around and picking up daisies. And this is my team on defense. I'm standing in the middle of the field. They had maybe 5 parents on the field. I had 4 coaches on the field. No, not even on, I think something like that. I said, balls up, ready positions. Every single girl on the team was in ready position waiting for the ball. Nobody dressed.
Savage.
They got the ball, they got the ground balls. Or before the ball was hit, when they're in ready position, I said, when the ball's hit, where do we throw it? Everybody yells, first base.
Savage.
And then on the other side of the toe, when we're hitting, they get into I drew a line with my finger. I said, put your toes on the line and get into your hitting position. And they get into hitting position. And I put the tee on. All right, everybody. All right, you guys and the other team who aren't paying attention. Ball's going to come out. And I put the ball down. I step away and I go, kill it. And they just, I think I had maybe 3 misses that entire practice game. Everyone was first pitch, or first off the tee drill. And I'm like, holy shit, I am so better than the rest of these fucking people out here.
I bet the parents are loving you, right?
I guess, the other day at practice, I literally was running rotational backup drills for team ballers. So I set up cones. I set up light green cones at every position. I just basically cut the field in half. I had a first baseman, a second baseman, we have a middle infielder who plays right behind second base, a pitcher, a center fielder, and a right fielder. And then I set up cones for the right fielder to run behind first base, the center fielder to move up, and then the person playing behind second base to step up and cover second base to bag. I had a separate colored cone for those. And then I had the pitcher and the second baseman. I said, either one of you is going to get the ground ball because when we played the practice game, 95% of the ground balls went to either the pitcher or the second baseman. And then I just had the first baseman with a cone there. And I said, when I hit the ball, run back to first and cover the bag. And then I would, all right, ball out. And I roll it. They all run to their cones. And then they run to their position, throw it to first, throw it back to me. All right, everybody back to cone one. I did it for like 45 minutes.
Nice.
No, I mean, I had so yesterday was Sunday, and so Lila's not playing softball. She chose to do jujitsu. She didn't like when she was signed up for Little League before, so she wants to do jujitsu. She doesn't want to do softball. Whatever. But she's seeing all this stuff. We had our opening day on Saturday, and I know you did too. I'd love to hear about it. Um, but on the way back, she was just like, "Do you think I could play softball next year and you can coach me, Dad?" And I'm like, "Absolutely." I mean, we can get you're a little behind the curve because you're gonna be 9 and you haven't played any. So I took him out yesterday to the park right here, and I had him working off tee and off soft toss, and both of them. I had them into position. I had them working on their load and then swing, load and then swing. It was crazy to see. Like, I've talked to some parents and I've had some, like, even one of the ladies that I coach with. I've said some things like, this is what I do when I'm coaching them, and they're like, but they don't understand that. And I don't like that word. I think it automatically assumes that they don't get what you're saying. Some kids may not understand what you're saying, but for the most part, if you explain to them in a way, in a small detail, in a way that's going to work for them, they will understand what you're saying, and they'll be able to get it. And then it's repetition at that part, right, Hardy?
Yep. Yep.
So how was your opening day?
It was all right, man. We ended up losing. I didn't pitch my best kid. I thought it was gonna rain out, but I'm saving him for Wednesday. But we ended up losing. It was okay. It was a lot of rainy, shitty weather.
Did all your
It's fine.
games get played?
No, they made him up on Sunday before pitchers. Actually,
Oh shit! So they had a quick turnaround on those fields, huh?
yeah. Matt Payne's VP associates look fucking good.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean,
So
you can't.
Your Reds are second. They're right there.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Who's
they got
coaching?
issues, boys.
Who's coaching that
I don't
team
know.
now?
I don't know who the fucking guy is. Everybody says he's a good coach, but I don't know who he is.
My Dominic's on that team too, I believe.
On Matt Payne's team. He's on Matt Payne's team.
Is he on Matt Payne's?
He's
Okay.
associates.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. No wonder he's so good. He's on fucking. Yeah. No wonder Matt Payne's team is so good. I did see a
he's fun.
picture. I saw a picture of the fields, and that made me sad.
Yeah.
In
If you see
front,
Matt Payne's son, dude, he's as big as Matt Payne. Maybe bigger.
really? How old is he now?
Best catcher in the league. I think 12. His youngest. His very youngest.
Oh, was that the big one?
Tall. Yeah, he's big and tall. And he's a fucking catcher and he has a fucking hose.
I'm surprised because that kid always struck me as a kid that, like, didn't really give a fuck and wouldn't listen to anybody. But I guess it's just all natural talent.
Yep.
I know damn well he still ain't listening to his dad.
Fucking good. How's work been, bro?
Busy.
Like I said, we haven't caught up for a while. We chilled one day at Porky's, but I haven't really talked to you.
Yeah, no, it's been real busy. Basically since getting out of the warehouse and going into the field and actually working, you know. We ended up losing. We lost quite a few guys in the field and project managers, and we moved, and
What the fuck?
we just had a lot of like super moving parts and stuff like that. So I'm basically running jobs now, at least the ones I can handle. Yeah. So I'm running my own jobs So which is nice because I'm very particular about the way I like to do things and the way I go about them. So I love it personally. I like to be able to plan my days and shit like that. But along with that comes a lot of frustration. You know, we got one project manager's just fucking screwing. He's fucking up so much shit, dude. I had a
Yeah.
customer that I was working at their shit, and he's just like, I'm so fucking fed up. I'm so pissed off. I'm glad you're here, you know, because I'm always trying to be as transparent as possible. The unfortunate part is I have to talk to a lot of these guys, you know, and but it's been good keeping the knowledge, try and keep learning, keep earning more money. You know how that is, right?
Yeah.
How's
Yeah. The
work
office
going?
people always fuck shit up.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. How's work going for you?
It's going good, man. I had a week and a half off, and then they called me Friday to go back right after I fucking filed for unemployment. This is the longest I've been off of work for
Wow.
fucking years. So, well, I'm glad to be back working.
Yeah,
Same old shit, same old shit.
absolutely.
Hey, what podcast you listening to? Sorry.
What podcast am I listening to?
Yeah, nowadays.
Pardon my take, as always, the Yak. I watched The Dozen on YouTube, which is a Barstool trivia show. Um, ugh, I still try and watch Lights Camera Barstool when I can. Uh,
Yeah, we need to call you Barstool Travis.
yeah, I mean that's most of the media stuff I consume is Barstool. Like
Yeah.
that's the shit I
Get in the
like.
fucking show, motherfuckers.
I was really hoping. I mean, it feels good too, right? Because the thing with if you won Funniest Travis's was that they were gonna give you a beeper and maybe call you if they had a question for a Travis. And since that last
That'd been
episode,
hilarious.
they haven't even brought it up. So it makes me feel good that I lost and they haven't brought it up. You know, like, yeah, I don't need to fucking win that anyways. I got the fucking support I needed. I got the shout out that I needed. Fuck. Um, fuck, man. It's what else has been going on? Son of a bitch. I fuck, I can't even think right now. Those fucking
On your
dog.
video, that fucking cup of yellow shit. What the fuck was that?
Oh,
Your like submission video to the
banana
yak.
runts. It was banana runts.
What
They
the
said,
fuck? How do you get a cup full of banana runs?
well, I had a 2 pound bag of banana runts from Christmas.
What
No,
the hell?
Christmas. I came out like a motherfucking bandit, dude, on candy.
What?
Yeah, I gotta see if I have these pictures here. So like, you know, I don't normally ask for a ton. I don't really have a lot of shit to ask for, but I was a part of I was a part of a gift exchange for a Secret Santa for Laura's family because they're so big and there's so many people there that they just do a gift exchange and it's like $50 or whatever. But I don't know
Oh,
what
she
to.
has a big family.
Yeah, it's like her. It's not her immediate family, like the immediate family small, but like they're all Italian or whatever. So everybody, it's like
Cousins or everything, aunts and uncles, all
that's
that
my
shit.
third cousin to the right or whatever, you know. Yeah, exactly. So,
Yeah,
but
we do the same shit in my shit.
exactly. So, you know, in order to not feel forced to buy everybody, they do the Secret Santa or whatever. But I don't know what to ask for really. So like it was like $50 limit. So I had a couple of tool things like a new headlamp, a Carhartt tool bag, and a couple other things. And then I was like, well, I'm just gonna put all the candies that I like in the on there too, and like maybe somebody will get me a cheap tool bag and put a couple candies, or maybe somebody will buy me this screwdriver that I need, and then a couple of candies or whatever. I wasn't thinking much, and one of her cousin's wife or whatever got me, and like really went all out, bought me the Carhartt bag in itself that was like $50. So I wasn't expecting any more. And I opened the Carhartt tool bag and there's a bottle of Knob Creek whiskey in there, but there's also about 15 to 20 pounds of candy. Swedish fish, uh
Ew.
airhead rope bites, peach sour patch kids, just the whole 9 yards. On top of, Laura's mom had gotten me a bunch of Swedish fish, sweet tart rope errors, all the and the 2-pound bag of banana runts. So I have a brown paper bag.
Pounds?
Huh?
2 fucking pounds?
Yeah, I probably, so after Christmas, I took my candy bucket, I took the kids' candy, and I took my candy, and I started to go through it a little bit, just because I'm gonna flush out all the Halloween stuff that's not gonna be eaten. Because by then, usually I've eaten everything that's going to be eaten. And then I just start separating, right? I ended up with a brown paper bag that probably weighed about 30 pounds full of candy that I stuck by my bed. And then
30
I,
fucking pounds? That's like one of your softball players.
yeah, 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 it was quite a bit. Then I had my like fucking bucket, my movie popcorn bucket was full of their candy and stuff like that. And then just candy stuck off to the side and shit like that. You know me, motherfucker. I got the sweet tooth, dude. I got it bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then like I know that I still have all kinds of candy, and we're in Sacramento for Monster Jam a couple weekends ago, and I'm like, let's go to Old Town and go to the candy store, and I'll spend like $40, $50 on just candy. I can't get enough.
I don't know how your fucking teeth are so good still. You
They're
smoke like a
not.
fucking chimney and you fucking eat so much fucking bullshit.
I mean, 2 years ago, I had to take out a loan to get for dental work.
Tell everybody how old you are.
I'm 28 years old. It wasn't too bad. I'm almost paying it off.
You have a lot of new listeners who want to know.
Yeah, I mean, what did I, when I was,
We call him the oldest Travis, the oldest, youngest guy we know.
yeah, when I was 18 or 19, maybe 17, something like that. My mom hadn't taken me to the dentist for like a year or two. We were just in between different dental spots. She couldn't find a place that she liked or anything like that. And when I finally went in, I had 22 cavities.
Sheesh. How many teeth do we have?
24.
No.
But you can have more than one cavity per tooth.
Oh.
Yeah, it's hard to do, but it's possible. And that tooth right
Damn.
there, that's a root canal that I had to get done.
In the front?
This tooth, yeah. It
Jesus.
was like I was feeling it for a while. I knew that there was something bad with it. It felt like there was a cave on the back of my tooth. It was gross. I got
Nothing stopping you.
these 2 molars back here now are like completely crowned over. They don't even feel like teeth back there.
Like teeth.
Yeah.
What
And
does it
sometimes
feel like?
it feels like have you ever took those white chalk pieces that come with Fun Dip,
Oh yeah.
and then you
yeah.
just
Fun dip.
and then
Yeah.
and then you just lick it a little bit.
Yeah.
That's and then rub it against your tongue. That's what it feels like.
Oh shit.
But it doesn't taste
Damn.
good. And it's like it's a centimeter. I had to go back when I
It doesn't taste good. Oh shit.
when I just got this done, for months and months, I was having, and I still have, a ton of like some what do you call that when like the cold really affects you and stuff?
Oh, I know what it feels like. I don't know what the
Yeah, that
definition or
cold
the
water
term
was
is.
really fucking me up. But it was also fucking me up just to eat and shit. So I had to go back 3 different times. They had to redo they had to redo the whole crown thing once, and then they had to shave it down a bunch of times. But even to this day, if I'm eating seeds and on the top teeth, if I get a little bit of buildup of seed inside and I'm chewing, it'll hurt the fuck out of the bottom because it builds up and then it doesn't sit right and I don't chew right and it fucking pinches a nerve. It's crazy. It's fucking stinks.
You need a feeling.
Well, they keep shaving it down, but whatever. They say the top's good.
You're still going hard though.
I I only know
With the
one way. I
candies
mean,
and shit.
it's like when I was 16 years old and I was eating basically 3,000 milligrams of Tums a night just to go to bed. And then I'd wake up in the middle of the night and eat some more. And my mom finally told me I need to go get on heartburn medication. She took me to the doctor to try and get on prescription and stuff. And the doctor told me that I needed to change my diet and take away. They say you need to stop using so much salt.
Wings.
You need to stop eating so much spicy foods and too much stuff with tomato acid stuff. Well,
No
you know
sugar?
what? What?
Heartburn? What? No sugar
Yeah,
doesn't affect the heartburn?
sugar? No, sugar
Yeah.
will ease it. It's the
Oh, okay.
acidity of stuff. So like
I've never
tomato
had it,
stuff,
so I don't know.
pasta. You're lucky.
Yeah.
um, the problem is that 3 of my favorite foods are fucking hot wings, pizza, and tacos with hot sauce. So you're fucked. Like I cannot. So I take daily medication to keep the heartburn down.
You seem like you're having heartburn right now. You fucking can't even catch your breath.
I'm just out of breath. I'm just out of shape severely, and I'm little. I have to keep. I'm on a fucking stool right now. I gotta get out of this fucking apartment. I need to get something because the fucking shitty part is right. I I like to keep everything in the corner of my room where I had it. And I'd hang that flag. I'd hang that flag to block off that the room looks like a fucking nightmare all the time. And I don't want to put online that my bed looks like shit and there's clothes everywhere. Uh, but I don't want to hang the flag every fucking time I go to do this. Is one more thing for recording. So now I have to bring my whole setup wherever I'm going. And right now I'm on the little island that separates the kitchen's right in front of me, and then everything else is back there or whatever. But I'm on a fucking bar stool now, which I should be used to, but my
Barstool.
my these ones are awesome. Have you ever seen it?
Ooh, do you steal that from the bar? You
No,
fucking
no, no, no.
stole that from the bar.
I did not steal these from a bar.
Whoever's just listening, that's a fireball fucking stool that you sit
Oh,
on at the bar.
yeah, this is a fireball stool that I love. I got these in payment for helping a girl that I used to have sex with move. I helped her move. She bought me she bought me Buffalo Wild Wings and gave me these stools.
Your hair is banging now, bro. I didn't
Huh?
notice it last week.
Oh, the
Your hair is
hair.
banging, dude.
Yeah. For those of you not listening, the mullet is
Not
going strong
watching.
right now. Not watching. Thank you, Hardy. Yeah, I mean this thing is fucking it's a I love the mullet. I love it so much. I'm never gonna change my hairstyle until I start losing my hair. There ain't nothing happening different.
Yeah, for sure.
Um, where was I? We got off track.
Heartburn or something.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy. I can't
What the
remember
fuck
where.
else you been doing? You been watching everything in the news, like the alien ships were shooting down and shit.
No, actually, no, I haven't really. I have not. I have not been keeping up on that shit. I didn't know. I remember seeing the one balloon, and then all of a sudden
Yeah,
there was like lots of balloons.
yeah. There's lots of shit we shot down, but no one's saying shit.
I don't know what the fuck that's about. It seems
Yeah.
pretty stupid. It's hard to keep up on everything nowadays. I'm trying to watch that documentary series about the Murdaugh
Ooh,
something.
I just watched that on Saturday night.
How was it?
I watched the HBO one.
Oh, there's an HBO
It's
one. Not
which one? I don't know if there's another one. Is there another one?
everybody's talking about the one on Netflix.
I need to check that one out. It's pretty crazy. It's pretty fishy.
It's about the
Pretty
lawyer
fucked up.
and his sons.
Yeah, it's and his kid's a fucking fuck up, and he killed his kid and his wife.
Okay,
It's
so
on
it's
some
a.
shady
I didn't
fucking
know.
shit.
I didn't know
The
HBO
same shit.
Max had one. Huh. I mean, it's kind of like
Yeah, I didn't know Netflix. Yeah.
remember when the Firefest documentary came out on it came
Yeah, and then
out
a bunch of fucking networks came out.
no Hulu and Netflix had one drop like within days of each other. But then
Exactly. Yeah.
but then like the rest of the networks all had something about it afterwards,
Right.
which is crazy. But yeah, no. So I'm trying to watch that. It looks real interesting. I watched Full
It is.
Swing on Netflix though, which is a
Cool.
documentary series about PGA Tour.
Oh, I've been wanting to watch that. Yeah. How
Yeah, it
was it?
was pretty good. There's some really good episodes in it. There's one guy that I love now, and I'm feel bad because I'm gonna miss his name. Um, but he had
You don't love him that much.
I think episode 3 was his episode, and he um and Joel Damon, and they kind of portray him poorly in the show because he has a way about him where like especially in golf, right? Golf is uber fucking serious for the top of the top, and he's one of these guys who's like I think he was ranked like 95 worldwide or something like that, which is good to be ranked 95 in the world period at anything, but it doesn't really do much on the
Anything. Yeah.
it doesn't do much for PGA, right? You got to be the top to get paid the bucks, still make cuts and still earn a living, but you're not like a super rich guy. But his attitude is more laid back, and he's like, I take my job seriously, but I don't overdo it. Like I can separate my life from this. And he talks about his relationship with his caddy and how cool that is, and then his mom passed away from cancer, and like like it felt personal because he felt like a guy that I would know, that I would hang out with. So it was a real interesting episode. I really liked his, and I'm a
Yeah. Because
fan of him now.
golfers always seem like they're those rich guys who are got no problems in their work in their life, and they're fucking too good for everybody. I love to see the guys who are just normal people playing golf at the high levels.
Yeah, no, it's been really cool now. Guys like him and Max Homa and DJ and Brooks Koepka and these newer golfers are like on social media, and they're opening up a segment of their life to everybody, and it makes it like not that it was a different appeal before for golfers. They're never that open. It was kind of private. It seemed preppy and stuff like that. These guys are just dudes who are fucking exceptional in their craft, just like anybody else. Now, golf is uptight as fuck from the top down, but these guys aren't the problem. They're cool, which it's been really good to see. I enjoy it. It fun, makes golf fun to follow. You know,
Yeah.
people still have trouble watching golf, but at least they can follow it and have some entertainment watching highlights, watching players, whatever it is.
No, that's dope as fuck. I know the same thing happened to like was it like a Formula One racing a year or two ago? Like
That was
they had a series about it. We got to meet them before.
that same documentary crew who did that one does this one.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Okay, yeah. Because everybody became a fan of the fucking drivers. I'm sure it could be the
Yes,
same thing with the golfers.
absolutely. I mean, that's what we live in now, is a
Hey,
world
look.
where what's up?
Keep going. Sorry, I
Oh,
apologize. Keep
it's
going.
a world where these guys can I mean, we see it with NBA, we see it with all these other sports, but these uptight more communities can grow out of that and be personable and create almost like I think they should start creating not like over the top, but like almost like WWE characters. Like you can go out there and be an asshole. And I think that's what Bryson DeChambeau does for golf, where he comes out there and he's an asshole to everybody, he talks crap and stuff like that. But he's a nice guy, but he plays a heel, which for wrestling fans know that's the babyface and heel. He plays the heel, and that brings in eyeballs regardless. And I think it's a interesting way to look about professional sports now, because it always would happen.
No, but I don't think he's playing. I don't think he's playing the hill. I think he's actually that person. That's what people really gravitate to, is him just being himself.
Well, if he is, then he is. I mean, it all works the same, right? If he, but you could in sense do
right.
that. Like, but that's a thing that we've done for years and years in sports, is create our own storylines like that. So to see it and then to see social media kind of grow it, it's interesting. It's interesting. Well, I mean, last time we talked, we were in the middle of the football season, and now Patrick Mahomes has won his second Super Bowl, and there's stuff going on with that because Joe Rogan made comments about his wife, and his wife's blowing up, and I heard something about his brother. Did you hear? Did you know what's going on with that?
No, I know Joe Rogan said that fuck, it's a distraction to have your fucking wife talking all this shit and your fucking brother to be a TikTok star, and she talks shit to everybody every time fucking somebody says it's like he basically said they're a distraction.
I mean, my favorite line that he said, he said the funny thing about those crazy bitches is that they bring that same crazy ass energy when you divorce them. That was hilarious. But she came back.
And it's true.
But it's a real thing. It must be a real thing because
it's a funny real thing.
Yeah, in the years past, like on a week to week basis, you can actually look and see these sports podcasts and media companies and stuff follow and report about Jackson Mahomes and his wife. I can't remember her name. I don't care, but and write stories about how they're doing these things. And this year they've been actually very quiet. Now I think I read from anonymous I think I read from anonymous sources that Patrick came to him and told him like, "Hey, can we chill out? Like, I get it, but can we chill out?" There was that one clip
of my bitch and my brother. I'd say calm the fuck down too.
I can't stand that behavior, regardless. I mean, exactly. Yeah,
it's associated to me. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, we're different people for sure. And I mean, who knows how he's actually dealing with it? But he, from what I understand, is he said something which makes sense why they've been quiet. And just now, after the Super Bowl, they're coming, and now they're back in the news. It's like, all right, so you got your second Super Bowl out of him. Maybe he's on a deal with them where it's like, do whatever you want during the off season, but when it's week to week, please shut the fuck up.
That's what I would say.
And
hey, you brought up social media a couple of seconds ago. I want to ask you something before I forget.
Good.
Have you been fucking seeing titties and pussy on TikTok in like every other post? I asked a couple of people this, and they're saying it's just me. I'm the fucking pervert. Like it's just my feed.
A couple of days ago, my feed
behind the door, and they walk in front of the doors.
Yes. It's. I don't know what spurred this on.
Thank you.
It was just a couple of days ago, and since then, it's been a weird thing. So let me, for those of you who aren't on TikTok, what this is like people using reflections in mirrors to like quote unquote hide but still show like tits and stuff like that, which I've been seeing I like 2 or 3 days ago. I just seen a bunch of them, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? I want to get back to my weird TikTok algorithm. I don't care. I'm not going to sit here and try and pause it on your one frame where you turn around and show a little bit of nipple. I don't give a fuck. I don't.
Go to
So
Pornhub if we want to watch it.
yeah, absolutely. But an interesting thing happened yesterday when I was surfing through TikTok a little bit was it went from a bunch of videos of that to compilations that people have put together of that stuff. it's it's been kind of amazing to see that it's just like anybody will do anything for a couple of views. Like I don't get it.
Bro, I've been a TikTok for the last couple of months. I just got on it, you know that, and not for that reason, but for the funny and crazy, weird, like the cool shit.
Yeah.
And now I can't even open it in public because everybody thinks I'm a fucking pervert.
You got to know the sounds, and you got to just go.
Yeah, just swipe quick. Yeah, I'm learning.
Yeah, I don't. I have no interest in that.
I don't know how that started or how it's okay to do that. Okay, so you got to do. But I've been asking everybody at work, and they're like, "No, it's just you. You're a pervert." What?
It's like,
how the fuck did it get on me? Because I'm the pervert.
I'm. You know what it is too, and I don't do this. So this is. I think there's something to the fact of if your timeline, if you're not liking things and following pages a lot on Twitter, it'll show you what the algorithm is getting a lot of hits on.
I don't like anything or share anything or post anything on TikTok. Yeah. I've never done anything on that.
That's because people who do that, like they get stuck in their own feedback loop and they don't get anything outside, right? It's kind of what like Christina does on Your Mom's House, where she likes the weird stuff and only follows the weird people.
Down syndrome, the fucking weird shit, yeah.
And as soon as something that comes in that's like kind of normal, she like tries to get it off her page immediately by playing with the algorithm, which is a easy thing to do. So, but if you're not liking things, you're subject to get the popular trends show up on your stuff. Is how I think about it.
Thank you. I think you answered my question. That makes 100% sense. Yeah. That makes hella sense.
Glad to service you. I get this gay actor guy.
You've been liking shit and you still get him, so how'd that happen?
No, hold on. Let me I love this guy. He's awesome. He's like an actor, and he I think he's gay. I mean, there's little chance he's not. And all he does, he barely knows how to work TikTok. All he does is he goes into places in public and he asks people to ask him, "Hey, Eddie, you're in a Walmart. Why do you have your shirt off?" And then he turns the camera to him and he goes, "Well, I'm Eddie. I like to be in Walmart with my shirt off because I'm Eddie."
You like the most retarded shit ever, always.
I
one fucking kid with like that's fucking half retarded that sits outside and sings the songs all day.
that kid.
Like,
that kid.
You see this kid? When he's getting rotten and shit, and he's just singing, "Don't be negative in my fucking chat."
Okay.
That's just hilarious.
Hold on. I get.
All right. Yeah, pull it up.
Okay. Put your shirt back on, Eddie. Oh my God, Eddie, you look so good.
Thank you so much.
Fantastic.
I'm here for you, and I'm in a Walmart with my shirt off.
Hotness. Hotness. Hey, Eddie, what are you doing?
Oh, hey, Eddie, what are you doing with your shirt off? Hey, Eddie, what are you doing in the Walmart with your shirt off? Put your shirt back on. Right, there goes. All right. Yes, I'm Eddie, and I'm in a Walmart, and I'm shirtless because I'm Eddie, and I love to be shirtless.
You like the dumbest shit ever.
There's hundreds of videos of him.
Watch them all. So stupid. You say he's a Christian guy?
Huh?
You say he's Christian or something?
No, I think he's gay.
Gay, sorry.
But I think he's an actor.
My bad.
Oh, I
I
know
don't know
he's
if I
an
said that, but
I know he's an actor because then I was sent a TikTok by my brother, who's now sees his videos too, because I send them all to him every time it comes up on the timeline. It goes right to my brother, right to him. He sent me one of he was in Parks and Recreation, I think, the TV show, in like an episode as like a
Parks and Recs, yeah.
yeah. So that was something for sure. But that's the kind of shit.
I miss that motherfucker.
My brother,
Yes, sir.
he's good. He just moved apartments. He's a little closer now. He's by Stonebridge Mall, I guess. I mean, I texted him first to see if he wanted to come on. He's still unpacking boxes right now, so maybe next week we'll see. Yeah, but it'll be
I
interesting.
heard he just locked down the dimey dime.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're leading me into it, and I just completely. Oh yeah, congratulations to my brother and his girlfriend Haley on getting engaged as well. Over the past, not this past weekend, but the weekend before. Finding out about that while at the bar with you guys was fucking funny as shit. Dude, I didn't even tell you about the rest of that night. So I went down and I met these guys at a bar. What?
Yeah, tell us right now.
Okay.
Like a Vicky.
I went to go meet these guys at a bar at like 2:00 in the afternoon, and they were not everybody was there, but it started rolling in every once in a while. So, and it started to get late. It was like 7:00 or something like that, and my friend Vicky had hit me up and was telling me that, hey, her husband wants to go out to a bar by my place, and I had Ubered down to them, a bar by my house to go and see a live band. Well, I said, fuck yeah, come pick me up so I can save on that Uber feedback. And I said later to the boys, and I headed out to out here to Livermore.
Donnie was pissed.
Donnie was pissed.
Why, he didn't say bye to me. What the fuck? He didn't say bye to me. I'm texting him right now.
Which I walked.
He's all. He told you guys to tell me bye. You guys didn't tell me. I was like, hey, we told you you left.
I had walked around, and Hardy can attest to this because I was super. I told everybody. I was like, hey, if I gotta get out, I was like, I'm waiting on a call, but just save on my Uber fee. Vicky's gonna pick me up and take me. So I don't know, but I was pretty shitty already. So, so we come out here. Laura's already home. She's gonna come out. She's feeding the dog. So as we're pulling up to pick her up, I go, bring me out a shot of whiskey. So then I take a shot of whiskey in the car. We get over to the bar. I have a couple of drinks, and then I wake up in the morning. So apparently,
what?
Yeah, I don't remember anything. I just
took your shot and you woke up in the morning?
No, I took the shot in the car. I got to the bar. I had a drink or two. I remember talking, and then it just like there's a point where I don't remember anything. I just completely blacked out. So I went. Apparently, I had a bunch more drinks at this bar. Allegedly, I had a bunch more drinks at the bar. I then was trying to get like older women to come dance to this live band. I was trying to steal the live band had like this monkey Halloween mask that apparently I was trying to steal from the stage and wear. The security guard came over and to make sure, because I was wobbling all over the place, I could not stand, that I was being taken care of well. And when he did that and he was coming over to basically stand by, there was like a cup on the ground next to me, and I started kicking it, and he told me to stop, and then I just kept kicking it, and I was staring at him and laughing like maniacally at him, apparently. And then
Oh shit!
I was ordered an Uber by Laura, and we were on our way home. I guess that was enough. Well,
Thank God you didn't get in trouble.
you
Usually
know,
you're almost in a fight and you don't mean to be in, or you're kicked out.
yeah. I mean, it's it's why for most of the month of January I was sober. I was drinking a lot.
Why does that guy want to fight me?
I don't
Take his
I don't
fucking hammer.
I don't yeah, and I don't I'm just like super not, you know this. I never am like vicious with anybody or gonna start a fight or anything, but I always am too nice, and then people are like, get the fuck away from me. I'm like, no, dude,
Yeah, you
like,
gotta start
but
talking to them like your friends, and they'll be like,
like,
"Get the
dude, no,
fuck
but
away."
like you like the Pearl Jam album 10. Like, did you know about where the name came from? I'm
And then
just
do some
trying.
gay shit like, "You look really cool. You got big muscles." Like, what? You play football?
Dude, tell me what position you played in football. I never played football, but I always wanted to. I have a disease that makes me pass out like a teenage girl.
Bro,
That's
you
how,
got that scar laid out good.
oh my goodness, that thing is killer, dude. Like a fucking Mike Tyson
Yep,
tattoo.
when I first seen that.
Oh, it's funny as shit. Well,
Hey,
I
is
think
Mike still living next to you?
no, Mike moved out. No more R.I.P. Mike.
Okay.
No, he's not dead. He's still alive. But I just talked to him. Oh, I should have
You said,
called.
what the fuck?
I was supposed to call him yesterday, but he he's from Long Beach, so he's up here and they're working on apartment complex. He works, for a company that works on a bunch of different apartment complexes around here. A few weeks ago, they said, you know what, we're done living here. They have a house in they have a house in Fremont that they work out of. And since the majority of the work here at this property is done, they're gonna get out. So they moved out, and I actually called him the other day, and I was like, "Hey, what's going on, man?" And he was doing something. I think it was on Friday night or something like that. And he was like, "I gotta call you back, but I don't even work up there anymore. I guess his boss or something, they had a squabble, and they couldn't get past it. So I think he got fired. But yeah, that's my guy though. I like Mike. I miss him. Yeah,
Me too. Me
D's
too.
and P's.
R.I.P. Mike.
I told him, he's like, I got flyer points. I'll still fly up and see, because he always wants, ever since we started hanging out.
Wait. You didn't say. I thought you said he was in Fremont. Where is he at?
No, because he got fired, he had to move back home to Long Beach. Yeah,
Tito Ortiz and fucking the basketball
yeah,
player and
Dennis Rodman. Yeah, so he could tell. Yeah, so he can get more
giving him
stories.
shit. I'm giving him shit.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
yeah, because he always would tell me like, hey, come down and see me, and I'm like, dude, I got two kids and Laura. Like, we can't just leave at the drop of a hat, and come down. I wish I can come down with you, brother, but I really can. I got too much going on. So hopefully he said
He's a cool dude.
he said
He is a cool dude.
yeah, he's got some flyer points, and he said he wants to come up still and see us eventually or whatever. And he's got a place to sleep on my couch anytime he wants, and he's got a spot in our fantasy league if he still wants. I just wish I could put him in the chat, but I can't let that green bubble fuck up everything we have.
I
I
was
tell him,
wondering why he didn't say anything.
I was like, I'm not gonna put you in this
Donnie, you got
chat.
lucky, bitch.
Fucking Donnie. Donnie won our fantasy football league.
That fucking guy.
I mean, he took it personally. He literally took it personally.
He had a good year. He had a really good year.
You
I can't
know,
say anything bad about
you
him.
can only poke the bear so much, and eventually it attacks, and that's what happened. Is everybody talks shit about how bad he was at fantasy football?
He did great.
He's bound to have a good year sometime. No, that was a lot of
Good
fun.
year.
I had a lot of fun this season. It was good. All right, well, I'm not gonna hold you any longer. I guess we'll go ahead and wrap this thing up. I think it's been a phenomenal first episode. Back, whatever you want to call it. I'm still gonna call this the original reboot, and we're gonna pick up the number series from what I just did because I'm not gonna reboot, or do like 0.3 or anything like that. I've already done it once. So for those of you right at home, like and subscribe to the YouTube, please. Here, Trapdoor to Hell. No more Facebook, no more Twitter, but go to my Twitter where I'll post the links when I post these podcast videos, and that is now at the Guzzler _ TDTH. All right. And podcast anywhere, Apple, Spotify, all that stuff. Subscribe, put your alerts on. I'm not going to be blowing up Facebook, Twitter anymore, of course, to keep doing it. I hope to get response back. If you enjoy the stuff, comment, let me know, because that really drives me. A thumbs up. That was good. I like this. I don't like that. Fuck, you can tell me to go fuck my grandmother if you want. I don't give a fuck. But comment something, right? Something is better than nothing. Any final words from you, Hardy? Thanks for coming on.
Yeah. Hey, support my guy, man. He's something special. He's gonna make it big one of these days. He is very interesting. Trust me. Follow him. Don't miss out before it's too late.
All right, brother. Everybody, have a good week.